Hey, so I wanted to chime in. I watched the study of reparations hearing, um, and and I've heard conversation on YouTube and um, about people's reaction to reparations and American blacks, aka ADOS Negroes, getting reparations. And I noticed that the phrase "it's not really about a check." It's not really about a paycheck to the American blacks. It's not really about money, not necessarily. It's about money. When T-Mobile provides a service to me and I just get the bill and I don't pay it, I can walk down to a T-Mobile store and I can smile. I can bash my eyelashes. I can say, T-Mobile, I'm sorry that I didn't pay the bill. Is that good enough? Is that good enough? Can you restore my services? They're gonna tell me no. We want the check, China. We want it in the form of automatic withdrawal, cash, but we want our money because you owe a debt. We provided a particular service, and we want money. You don't want an apology. We just want the money that you owe us for a service you provided. Um, the United States government, there was a crime against humanity as it relates to some Japanese citizens. They placed them in internment camps. They provided reparations. Um, I'm thinking in the form of an apology, and they cut a check. They cut checks to the victims and maybe some of their descendants. They cut a check. They issued money. So for individuals who are trying to play us like we're children as American blacks, ADOS, money is due. An apology is due. Money is due. Revised socioeconomic services for American blacks are due. But money is a part of reparations. Monetary compensation has to be a part of reparations. It has been a part of reparations for Japanese, for Jews, for many other collectives who have experienced crime against humanity from this government and other governments and other countries. They paid a check, or it's 2019 or direct deposit, but there was a monetary compensation, a part of the restorative justice. So stop trying to play us. There are some individuals who are like, it's not my responsibility. I had nothing to do with enslavement. I had nothing to do with redlining. I had nothing to do with Jim Crow. I'm not paying my taxes toward reparations to American blacks. Well, let me tell you something. I had nothing to do with the Iraq war. I did not participate in the Iraq war. I didn't initiate it. I didn't sustain it. I didn't maintain it. But my tax dollars and your tax dollars in a total sum of $60 billion went toward reconstruction of Iraq. I didn't get a chance to say, no, you're not using my tax dollars to rebuild Iraq. The United States government pulled our taxes as United States citizens and used that money to reconstruct and revitalize, rebuild Iraq. So you don't get a choice where your tax dollars happen to go. Because you didn't get a choice. Did you have a problem with the American cutting a check to Iraq and rebuilding that country? And every other country they've rebuilt? Did you get a vote on that? No. So you don't get to decide, oh, well, I wasn't there. It's a lot of things I did not participate in that my U.S. tax dollars go toward or are allocated for. So stop with that nonsense. And then there are some American blacks and other non-black Americans who are have melanin, saying that well, black people are just going to if they get reparations check, they're going to just put it right back into the white dominant businesses, or they're just going to mismanage the money. They're going to buy Jordan gym shoes. Okay, so are you also saying that American blacks, when they work for a particular company, should not get paid for those services that they provide as employees, because they're just going to mismanage their money, buy gym shoes, and put the money right back into white-owned companies? Basically, sound like, well, we should never get money for anything because we're going to put it right back into the white-owned companies. We're going to mismanage it. You sound stupid. It is a debt. This is not like, oh, well, I'm just doing something because I'm kind. No, it is a debt owed. It's a debt owed to the descendants of American black people who were enslaved in the United States. It's a debt owed. And part of that debt is a check or a direct deposit, whatever. But you owe us money. You owe us land. So stop trying to omit the check from the conversation, the check from the reparations package to American blacks. And again, those who feel like American blacks we shouldn't get it, then again, when it is issued, then you step aside. You step aside because you feel like we don't. So you remember that when it is realized. Cut the check. That is reparations. Ask the Japanese and the Jews and every other group that's received reparations.